So yeah, I just want to watch people come out their dreadlocks. I don't know why I found this interesting, but let's see.
Oh, why are people doing this to their dreadlocks?
Ooh,
That's a lot of work to put in. Today I'm reacting to people combing out their dreadlocks, and it gets pretty brutal. If you've ever even had the thought of combing out your locks, comment down below. Maybe this is a sign that you should do it.
I did it
I'm
once
just kidding,
because
don't do this. Disclaimer, if you really
I had to cut them off because what's it called? They were freeform and freeform or whatever, and yeah, like it was freeform, but I tried to form them right. So I tried to like because I didn't know at the time, but like if I left them alone, they would have been pretty good. They would have been pretty good, but I tried to like move them how I wanted them to be.
want to comb out your
It's
locks,
because
then
I
go
was
for it.
younger,
I did it
so
myself, but it's a process. Now let's take a look at these people combing out their locks. First person combing out their locks is Hollow World on YouTube.
oh no,
Yo, and his locks actually look extremely clean. I like the way they look. They're kind of freeform.
I pretty much want to comb them out, and I want to restart by doing freeforms this time. Or well,
Freeforms are always nice.
I want the front ones to be a lot thicker than the go that route and see how it.
I want mine to be skinny. I don't want them to
Yeah,
be.
the dog comb will get it done.
Great user.
Hey, that's actually the exact same comb that I used to comb out my first set of locks. Conditioner is super important for combing out the locks as well. But realistically, if you want to comb out your locks, all it takes is a comb. Like, you don't have to do all the extra stuff. I found for me, when I combed out my locks, it's better to do it dry. It just gets the job done a lot quicker for me. Other people are different. She was using a clay mask to actually, you know, loosen up the hair, which of course, yeah, you can use conditioner and water. I've done it both ways. For some reason with me, it took longer for me to comb out my hair, and it was harder to actually get the comb through the hair when I put product in it. I don't know why. I even combed my hair out like with it fully submerged in water, and it just didn't work as good as with it being dry. I know a lot of people are like, yo, you're gonna have a lot of breakage and things like that, but for me, I don't know why it was like that for me, to where it was just better if I combed it out dry. It's just weird, but it is a mission.
Keep doing that. Like it's going through. Like what? So I'm gonna keep doing that.
You said no duh.
Back. Okay, so
yo, look at all of that.
Like now, this is that one lock that I.
It's crazy. Out. The issue that you run into is like not only do you lose length, but there's a lot of breakage at the tips to where like the tips become super thin. But it's just what you deal with. If you want to comb out your locks, usually that desire of combing out the locks is more than the damage that you're gonna put into actually combing out the locks.
What it's looking like right now, I'm about to go do the rest, and then we'll see the results after.
Yo, just magically
so
finished.
Back, you know, you feel me? Combed up my dreads, you feel me? Right now, this is what my hair is looking like right now. You see.
Okay, like so this is a couple days after doing the comb out, and it looks really good. It looks like he's going for freeforms now, and he mentioned that he just wants to go like semi-freeform, and it's already looking really good. It looks like he's doing like a little bit of twisting with his fingers to kind of develop them. It's crazy watching these videos and seeing people say, yeah, oh, it took me 24 hours, or it took like 10 hours for me to do my entire head. For me, it took me 3 full months, and I'm talking putting in 5 to maybe even 10 hours a day. And I'm just sitting on the couch combing out my hair and literally just watching TV and combing out my hair. That's all I did. And it took me 3 full months. I don't know why. I didn't have that many locks. But my locks were really, I feel like my locks were just fully locked up. They weren't going anywhere. Now, I personally like the way that his hair looked in locks a little bit better than his hair being outside of locks, but that's just me personally. I like the way locks look. But I think he's on the right route for going for a semi-freeform look, and it's going to turn out looking sharp. Let's look at the next person. So she's had her hair locked up for a year, and she has lock extensions in.
When I discovered Fiverr, actually, it was just kind of a gift. I'm Elma.
I'm gonna cut the extensions off.
Cut the extensions.
And if I want the hair back, I can just get the extensions back on. Am I really about to do this?
Yo, I remember.
How can you tell where? I mean, I guess since it's her hair, she might be able to feel it, but just from looking at it, I can't tell where the locks extensions start and where they end.
That feeling, and I feel like everyone has that feeling before they're doing this, is, am I really about to do this right now? Even when I cut my locks, I had cut my second set of locks, and I just remember being like, yo, am I really about to do this? It seems like it would be such a small decision, but it's actually quite a big decision.
Okay, my real hair right here stops here. You did it. I did it, y'all. Oh my God, I did it. Oh no, I did. I did. Okay, that's something. Okay, I'm gonna start by first cutting all the lock extensions out. That's the first step. Keeping my real locks first and cutting the lock extensions out. I think that's a good start. Baby steps. Oh my gosh, I'm really cutting these locks out. I'm really doing this. Why am I doing this? Okay. Hold on, I didn't even get a quality before shot. Wow. You know what's crazy about this? My locks have been getting on my nerves. Like getting on my nerves.
And that's really the thing. Like if your hair's been upsetting, whatever emotion you get from having your locks, whether they're making you mad or you feel like they don't look right, all that emotion gets built in the inside of you. And when it comes to getting rid of them, like you almost miss them. It's like it's almost a part of your life, and realistically it is, but it's not really that big of a deal, but at the same time it kind of is.
Some new beginnings, you know, like I thrive off of this. I thrive off of it.
You sure?
So that's what we're doing. Do I have regrets? Maybe. Am I gonna go cry? Possibly. But I'll be back when I chop off the rest of it. Yeah. See you in a second.
Dude, that's funny.
Do I feel dumb? Maybe.
Bro.
Hey, hold up.
That's
You
crazy.
want to hear about all this earning? Whew.
Hey, Kevin. You popped up at the wrong time, my guy.
Do I feel foolish?
I feel like I've seen her somewhere before. I don't even know. Or maybe even on YouTube. I feel like I've seen it. I don't even. Yeah.
Do I feel cute? Absolutely not.
But that's the thing about cutting locks. When you cut your locks, you can't just cut it and then leave it like that, because the tips are literally squared off. So you have to go back and like blunt everything back off if you were to just trim the locks down to size, which it looks like, in my opinion, it looks kind of cool. Obviously they're all standing up and looking kind of weird, and obviously you can work it out because her hair was pulled up already. See, now they look more natural because they're laying down a lot better. Crazy, because when you comb out all that hair, there's so much hair inside of the lock that fell out but stays inside the lock because it's all tied together, obviously. But I think it's 50 strands of hair follow every single day. Like that's just an average for every person, and that's the truth. Like 50 strands of hair is going to follow every single day, so you have to compound that by how many ever years you've had your locks. So if you had your hair for just 1 year, that's 365 days times 50
Damn.
pieces of hair, and that's a lot.
I really had a hard time letting go, but I'm taking them out, and I'm using a bunch of this conditioner, like drenching my hair in this conditioner, so that way I don't have too much breakage, even though you can't really stop the breakage.
Yeah, it does look like her hair is coming out very easy. She's using a plastic comb, which would actually be ideal if you don't have to use a metal dog comb or like a lice comb or anything like that. It would be ideal to use a plastic comb because you're gonna have less breakage.
It's a lot of hair, all of this. Okay, I managed to get it in one ball, but this is all the hair. And I put black dye in it, and the black dye I tried to wash out, and the black dye didn't wash out right, so it's green. But
That is the trick to bleaching the hair and trying to get it back to its natural hair color. It's going to turn green, it might turn blue, and it's like, it's not worth it. For me, it's not worth bleaching the hair and trying to get it back.
we're good, we're cute, hair is done.
All right, took her 3 days. I still don't know how people are able to comb out their hair this quickly. It took me a long time. But we must move on to the next person.
The new girl up here in the middle stops up here, so I'm probably gonna cut my locks right there, and then I will only have like so much to comb out.
That's a big decision, to actually trim the hair and then comb it out. When I combed out my locks, I did not trim it. That's probably why some of these people are able to comb them out so much easier and faster, is because they actually
Cut
are
'em.
Create social media ads with Fiverr.
Cutting them.
You'll need your brand manager, copywriter, and Xena.
cutting them. Like I did not cut them at all, and that was probably the toughest part to get through. But it looks like she's actually going to be combing them out with a crochet hook. So the crochet hook could be used for actually combing out the hair and also creating locks.
Cut this lock a little bit shorter to save me some time, because I lose hair anyways, and I'm gonna lose this anyway. And y'all probably like, oh my gosh, why are you cutting?
Yeah, that was a quick decision.
You will learn that you're gonna lose the hair anyway. So like I said,
But that is very true. A lot of that hair down by the tip, it always falls out. It usually does. And if it doesn't fall out, it's going to be extremely thin down there. See, and she's getting rid of her sister locks. And a lot of people think that when you interlock the hair, you can never comb it out. And that is a huge myth. I had interlocks in my hair, and so many other people. I would say mostly just people who have sister locks. A lot of times when they have sister locks, they will undo the locks, whether it's combing them out or actually undoing the interlock. So yes, you can undo and comb out interlocking. The thing about her hair, it looks like she has like easily like 200 locks, because obviously she has sister locks. But with sister locks, they are extremely skinny. Like, look how small those sections are. And she's getting rid of all of them. And she has an appointment in 2 days to do her hair. Like, I don't know. That's a very unrealistic deadline. Yo, that just looks like a huge mission. You can't even like kind of see where the locks are defined. I'm just gonna skip forward and see how it looks at the end. I remember when I was doing my locks, I think for one of my locks, it would sometimes take me 3 hours just for one lock. It's like, yo, I don't know why. I still don't know why it took me so long. Yeah, it's a huge transformation. Obviously, she has the braids in, it's braided in hair. But look at all that hair that she combed out. Man, combing out dreadlocks could be a mission, but it's actually kind of a fun process as well if you really want to just get to your natural curls. I've found with most people, and also myself, that it wasn't so much that I wanted to get rid of my dreadlocks, but it was more so me wanting to get into my natural curls. But that's today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to give it a thumbs up if you did.
Yeah, subscribe to me, like my shit. Subscribe to it. Dude, something. Bro, this shit essentially took me 16-hour days to install 365 micro logs. If I ever feel the urge to comb them out, I will slap on a wig in a heartbeat. It will remain until I die. Bro, my hair right now is kind of like in free form, so I could just comb that shit out and I'll be good. Because I want to get it like 2 twists, but from the top. So yeah, we'll see later. Bye.